mataas po ang ika nga, tumataas po yung request para sa MAIP, we call it MAIP, Madam Chair.
That would be accurate. Definitely, yun nga, there are now 803 private hospitals that accept MyFIP. So definitely the demand for MyFIP would be higher because there's now services that they can avail of from those private hospitals.
Madam Chair, Private Hospitals Association of the Philippines, Incorporated, or PAPI, Batangas chapter released a statement in July that 43 private hospitals in Batangas will no longer accept guarantee letters due to some 480 million debt from the government. Ano na po ang update dito, Madam Chair? Nabayaran na po ba ito?
Bayad na po yan. So, okay na. Does His Honor want more details? Nabayaran na po.
Okay. Ang susunod ko po tanong sana, Madam Chair, magkano nga po ang utang ng PhilHealth sa mga ospital? Do we have the figures?
So, yung pong kasi naka-divide po ito by, what do you call this, the time month, the time frame. So, within 90 days na payable, 25 billion ang due. Then, there are smaller amounts, much smaller amount, like 2 billion due 91 days to 91 to 365 days ago na due. And of course, dinatna na ito ng bagong president. And normally, yung habang tumatagal, meron pa tayong over 1 year. These are payments that need to be reviewed, settled, nagka-problema, so pabalik-balik yan. Pero yung current, no, na within the 90 days is 25 billion.
Ang next question na, Madam Chair, mababayaran po ba ito? When? Kasi ito po lang, baka, pag hindi po nabayaran, baka mag-compound, madadagdagan lang na madadagdagan.
So actually, Mr. President, PhilHealth is, and DOH, well, PhilHealth is quite proud of the fact that now they're able to settle their bills in an average of 22 days. So within 22 days, itong 25 billion, syempre, first in, first out, mababayaran na po yun. Yung mga dati, how are we settling it? Yung mga dati, do you have a... Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like, one of the issues is that if you file beyond the 60 days, the rule has been, wala na yon. Pero ngayon, nagbigay sila ng amnesty na kahit kung yun lang naman ang problema, yung beyond 60 days nag-file, then babayaran nila. So they're addressing this backlog of payments. But the important news here is that yung within 90 days, on track tayo, and the payment time frame is 22 days.
All right, thank you, Madam Chair. Let's move on to the Philippine Children's Medical Center budget proposal. For 2026, the center originally proposed to the DBM 2.762 billion pesos, but only 1.658 billion or 60.02% has been included in the net, which still poses a higher subsidy compared to this year's 1.399 billion, an increase of 258.128 million or 18.44. The question is, PCMC proposed a budget amounting to 2.76 billion, but only 1.65 billion has been included in the net. May we know the reasons behind the decrease?
Usually, Mr. President, and the DOH Secretary is confirming now, when we see a decrease from the previous to this year's NEP, it's usually capital outlay, like a project has been fulfilled, and so that amount will no longer be reflected, will not be repeated the following year. And this is the case for PCMC. It was capital outlay that is no longer reflected in NEP because the project is done.
May we know from the Madam Chair kung ano pong capital outlay po ito? Ito po ba ay dagdag na building, dagdag na ospital? Ito po ba ay mga bedrooms o mga wards?
So the short answer is the whole hospital is under construction, but we will check now specifically what is that amount that was part of the capital outlay for 2024 and is not 2025 and is not in the 2026 NEP.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
While we are looking for those figures, Mr. President, I would just like to inform His Honor that the NEP amount for PCMC is 1.66 billion. The GAB amount is 1.81, but I'm proud to say that the Senate version is 3.70. And we put in almost 1 billion for hospital services. There's a detailed, there's details here if His Honor would like it. Assistance to indigent, this is 1 billion. For the information of His Honor, we have put 1 billion in all, 1 billion MyFIP in all the specialty hospitals. And then we have another 10 million for training and research for a total of almost 2 billion, almost 2 billion. So did you find the amount? Yeah. So for the capital outlay that was included last year, which one? Here or here? So there are two items here, Mr. President. It's various infrastructure projects and equipment. So tama si Secretary na kasi various eh. So sabi niya yung buong hospital is under renovation.
Kasama po ba dyan, Madam Chair, yung mga nabanggit ni Secretary before dun sa budget hearing na yung mga health centers na goals or substandard?
Ano, Mr. President, yung tanong our honor asked about PCMC.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
I'm
my
sorry.
response is
Yes, yes.
for PCMC.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Anyway, continuing with PCMC, Madam Chair, kaya po bang mag-handle ng PCMC ng mga complicated surgeries like liver transplant or congenital heart defect repair o hindi pa?
Meron ba sila? The answer is yes, Mr. President. You're the only one who's done that. I'm told, Mr. President, that PCMC is the only hospital that has done, how do you say, intrafetal surgery, yung nasa loob pa ang baby, na operahan ng baby sa buntis na nanay.
Pero what about liver transplant, Madam Chair? Meron na bang capability?
Yes, they've done it, Mr. President. They've done surgery on 2 patients, Mr. President.
Kasi doon po sa office namin, Madam Chair, yung tinatawag na litro babies, ito po yung problema. They always come to my office every month po. We try to send these babies, 1 or 2 babies sa India para po sa liver transplant. Kaya ako po natanong, baka with the kindness of the Madam Chair, recommend to the Secretary of the Department of Health na magkaroon ng liver transplant kasi medyo mahal po, Madam Chair, $29,000 ang transplant po. Hindi ba po kasama pamasahe at saka accommodation?
Yes. For the record, Mr. President, when I was a new senator, that was my priority bill. My father died of liver cancer. So one of my dreams was to have a liver center, liver cancer center, surgery, transplants, because my father had a liver transplant in California. I was educated, though, early on by experts, including my seatmate, the late Senator Flavier, that although no one will deny that it is ideal, no one will deny that it is something that we should achieve, and I'm so happy now that it is happening. At that time, I was redirected to promoting and providing funding for the hepatitis B vaccination, which is the leading cause of liver cancer. It was very frustrating for me because, as I said, my father had a liver transplant, and I would have wanted to prioritize that. And at that time, if I'm not mistaken, there were only, at least I only knew of 2 liver transplant surgeons in the country, and they had trained abroad, and were very happy to provide their services. But it just wasn't a reality then. So now it is a reality. And I'm very happy to know that aside from yung sa PCMC, meron din pong tie-up with Rizal Medical, and then and Medical City, and then meron din po sa NKTI. So that is good news for us. But like I said, it took more than 20 years for me to see this happen. But the good news is, hepatitis B vaccination is now part of our what's the name of the program? Expanded National Immunization Program, which hopefully we're supposed to see results in a generation, because despite the Philippines being having the best liver doctors, and napag-iwanan tayo dahil hindi tayo naging porsigido sa hepatitis B vaccination. And if His Honor wants to ask about vaccination, naghahabol din tayo sa ibang vaccination. But just to complete the story.
Thank you for that answer, Madam Chair. Moving on po, under the 2024 COA Annual Audit Report, COA mentioned that the current practice for requiring PWDs in the formal sector to pay premium contributions is inconsistent with Republic Act number 11228, and the lack of comprehensive guidelines may have deprived a portion of this vulnerable sector of the healthcare services and financial protection intended for them under the said law. Republic Act 11228 po, an act providing for mandatory PhilHealth coverage for all persons with disabilities, amending the purpose of Republic Act number 7277, as amended, otherwise known as Magna Carta for persons with disability. Under Section 20-A, all persons with disabilities shall be automatically covered under the National Health Insurance Program of the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation. Premium contributions for all PWDs shall be paid by the national government, provided that the premium contributions of PWD members in the formal economy shall be shared equally by their employers and the national government. My question, Madam Chair, nagagamit po ba ng ating mga PWDs ang kanilang PhilHealth? At ano po ang covered benefits para sa ating mga PWDs? Kasama po ba yung kanilang disability, Madam Chair?
So, Mr. President, tama po kayo na covered talaga ang PWD sa contributions ng gobyerno. Covered sila. In fact, yung katanungan po ng kasamahan natin si Senator Risa Ontiveros kanina na yung beneficiaries nito, hindi kompleto ang pondo to cover all the different sectors. But I reassured Her Honor that no one will be turned away. Lahat po yan mako-cover. So in addition to all the benefits that any PhilHealth member can avail of, there are benefit packages for persons with disabilities. Physical medicine, rehabilitation services, and assistive mobility devices.
So what you're saying, 40,000. Madam Chair, may ilang grupo ng PWDs na deprive doon sa portion sa vulnerable sector ng healthcare services and financial protection. Meron po.
Sorry? Meron na-deprive?
Na-deprive.
Wala ko.
Na portion. Wala naman. Alright.
Siyempre sabihin mo natin kasi lahat sila covered. Ang pinapaliwanag ko ay hindi man sapat yung premium na contribution ng gobyerno, no one will be turned away. Ang effect nung kulang na contribution ng gobyerno over time,